Thank you all for being here, and let me start by thanking Coach Latif for his kind words. It's an honor and a privilege to serve our 400 student athletes and our 12 head coaches who work tirelessly each and every day to make the Ragin Cajuns the best that we can possibly be. So thank you to both of you for all that you do for our program. Today we are here to talk about our stadium. ML Teague Moore Field at Russo Park is opening on March 3rd, and we're very excited about what's to come. We know that our fans have quite a few questions, and so I'm hopefully going to clear some of that up today in regards to ticketing, seating, and parking. So let's start with ticketing. Currently, Russo Park is at capacity, and season tickets have been suspended until construction allows more tickets to be available. As our stadium reaches completion and that inventory becomes available, then season ticket sales will resume. However, fans can still request season tickets. They can request them by emailing the Cajun Dome box office at ultickets@cajundome.com. All requests will be filled using the RCAF priority point system, and that's based on donations that are made prior to March 20th of this year. Season tickets were mailed out yesterday, so everyone should be receiving them. I know we've heard a few accounts of people who've already received their season tickets, and parking passes, I believe, are being mailed out today, if not tomorrow, so you should be receiving those shortly as well. Individual game tickets will also be sold at the ticket booth in front of Russo Park on the day of each game, and those sales will start 90 minutes prior to the start of each game. In regard to seating will be general admission. In a few seconds, we'll show you a map of the stadium so that you can get a better idea of what this means. But essentially, we're protecting three main areas. The grandstand seats, which are sections 106 through 110, the Supreme Rice Field Club, and the bleachers will all be protected separately and as general admission seats within each space. The patio boxes down the first and third base lines are the only reserved seats in the stadium at this time. Temporary bleachers are being brought in so that we can hold more fans in our stadium. An example for someone that enters the stadium with a bleacher seat ticket is they will be able to sit on either the first base side or the third base side or in the temporary bleachers. However, they will not have access to the Supreme Rice Field Club or the grandstand seats. So we hope that clarifies a little bit as far as how the general admission will go. Now, our reseating process will begin in April. Assigned ticket locations will be made available after the entire reseating process is complete. Please keep in mind that the March 20th deadline for priority points will apply to reseating as well as to tickets. Let's talk a little bit about parking. We will, for the first time, have an RCAF reserved parking lot that will be accessible to season ticket holders who have made a minimum RCAF donation of $250. This donation could have been made in 2016 or in 2017. General admission parking will also be made available in the grass and on the asphalt outside of the RCAF reserved lot, and tailgating will be allowed in general admission parking. Fans are encouraged to enter through gates 2 or gates 3 to access parking. Gate 2 is located off Bertrand and gate 3 on Congress. Now let's talk a little bit about expectations, what our fans should expect when they enter the stadium on March 3rd. As you can see, the brick and mortar is coming up. There's something new to be seen every day. The seats are actually in the grandstands right now. We hope that they continue on pace. The weather's been great. Fans should be mindful that when they do enter, however, that this is a construction zone. We'll show a map in a few minutes, and you'll see that the red areas will be off limits to all fans. They will be protected areas, and that is the construction the zone that needs to be off limits. The green areas are accessible. The yellow areas are a possibility. So stay tuned for that in a few seconds. Our fans will have access to concessions as well as restrooms, so there's no need to worry there. The stadium club, the suites, and the upper concourse will not be accessible until our stadium has been completed. We anticipate that this date will still be in mid-May. Once available, access to the stadium club will be offered to season ticket holders based on their priority point ranking, with limitations associated to their RCAF donor level. No stadium passes have been sold at this time. No stadium club passes have been sold at this time. So with that, I'm going to let David pull up our map so we can take a better look at the seating. This is what parking will look like. Lot B is the RCAF reserved lot. This is the construction staging area that you can see right now. The staging area will be open, so the Stadium Drive right here will become one of our main entrances. So if you walk straight down Stadium Drive, this is one of the entrances into the stadium. It's a little hard for me to see from this angle, but our other entrance is right past the pavilion on the first base line, right there. And so those are the 2 points of interest we'll show you on another map as well. But keep in mind that this lot is reserved for the RCAF, and then this area will be held, this is a grass area for general tailgating, and then general parking will be any area surrounding the reserved lot. And this is the construction map. So as mentioned before, the red areas are still off limits. The green areas are the areas that we have access to. And you can see this is an entrance right here. This is alongside the pavilion down the first baseline. So you can enter the stadium here. You can also come down Stadium Drive, the street, and enter the stadium. This is another main entrance. The ticket booth is that little box right at the top in the middle of the red area right there. So you can access the ticket booth on the day of the game, and then you can come back around and enter through Stadium Drive into one of the main entrances into the stadium.